Hey folks, Steve Harmon here again with Synthrotek, and we're taking a moment to showcase our new modules that we're going to be releasing soon from the MST line of modules. That's George Mattson designed them, and Synthrotek is putting them out. And of course, like anything we make, it's going to be in complete factory assembled units. It's also going to be in kit form, and also PCB and panel combos. The three modules that we're releasing are going to be our dual envelope. It's pretty beastly module. We're also going to be releasing here this stereo output mixer, which is really inexpensive. It's great. It does AC or DC, and it's got panning options here. Two common outs, but it gives you a 1/4 inch out as well if you want to go to your system or your headphones. And we've also got the 07 buff mult, which George Mattson designed and also invented here in 07, and he's kind of put it now into a Synthrotek module. It's got cascading inputs, and it's very nice and solid and works really great. It's a beefy unit. And anyway, those are the three new products that we're coming out with here shortly in about a month. Let me get in a little more detail and show you kind of what they're about. So the first module that we're releasing here is going to be the dual envelope. It's a dual AD or ASR, and of course it's got 2 channels, 2 gate inputs, 2 outputs, and some other features. Let me go into them. You can switch per channel between AD or ASR mode. AD basically allows you to receive a gate out of this, and it'll go through the complete cycle, no matter how long you're holding down or your gate's high or whatnot. But if you switch it over into ASR mode, the envelope will stay high and open as long as you're holding down a key or your gate is open. We've got a length switch here, which goes from short to long, and if you adjust adjust a jumper in the back, it goes even longer, so you can have a really, really long envelope if you like in its own self-cycling mode. We also have here a switch which says inverted +5. What that allows you to do is when you pop this over, it will actually take the inverted output, which we have here on the module, and it'll give it an offset of 5 volts and kick it up into the positive rail here. So as you can see, let's switch back and forth. There we have our regular inverted output in the yellow. Our regular non-inverted output is blue. Let's flip that switch here, and you'll see that the yellow goes up into the positive range, which allows you to do various things. It's very, very fun. You can also dial that down, and you'll kind of see how and where that offsetted signal starts to move. Now, if you start to crank it, it kind of goes through 0 again and does some other interesting things. One thing I want to mention about this output level, it's between 0, no control voltage output, and if we get here to maybe about 2 o'clock or so, we are at about 5 volts. We go beyond that all the way up to just under about 10 volts, or right around 10 volts or your rail. Another cool feature about this module, it has an end of cycle trigger, and each separate channel will trigger on the other envelope's end of cycle. So they kind of bounce back and forth and ping pong each other, and depending on how long the envelope is going here, you can see the lights will start to blink. So when you see this green light, that means that the second channel cycle is over, and you got a trigger for that. And then when you see the red light, it means the top channel here cycle is over, and that one's going to go. So it bounces back and forth. It allows you to do a lot of really neat stereo panning effects and various things with that, and it ends up being a really, really cool envelope, really unique, really fun. The other couple modules we have, which I was describing, is the 07 buff mult, which just gives you 1 to 4 times 2 and 1 to 3 times 2. Everything's cascaded, so you can have 1 to multiple all of them out if you want, or you can basically plug in other signals into your input, and it'll shut them off in according to where you plug them in down the line. Stereo output mixer here. We also have a black panel for this, for a Synthrotek panel, if that's what you like, if you like our black products. But if you want to stick with the white here in the MST, go with this guy. Really fun unit. Like I said, AC or DC signals. There is a jumper on the back that you can change to have a gain of 1 or 2, which allows you to boost it. So about 50% there, right at about 12 o'clock, you're going to have, when you're in a setting the gain of 2, you're going to have about 5 volts there, and then all the way over, you're going to have about close to 10. or depending on the rail of your system. So anyway, a lot of new, exciting, fun stuff. Check it out. It's going to be out soon. Thanks for buying Synthrotek.